You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about Shedeur Sanders because it seems that a former Pro Bowl wide receiver in the NFL has got a little insider information, in quotes, by way of somebody inside the Browns facility. All right. Now, I heard this and I was like, what are you talking about right now? Question mark. And I wonder, is he talking about who could win the starting job? Or is he talking about who could potentially get traded? Because I find this rather odd that the two guys, at least one of the two guys that I believe will at least be one of the starter or the backup, either Joe Flacco or Shedeur Sanders, is not in this equation anywhere. I find that strange. All right. Now, this could also be some, let's put it out there in the atmosphere, posturing shit to try to get teams to want to trade for one of these two guys. All right. Now, the one thing we don't talk about enough, Dillon Gabriel has got real skills, folks. He does. He's got a stronger arm than Shedeur Sanders has. All right. He's mobile. Okay. The problem is his size, but very good football acumen between the ears. He's a good processor. So, you know, he was going to get drafted by somebody in the third round. No, but he was going to be a fourth, fifth, or sixth round pick by somebody in the league. All right. The third round, that was a little rich, but okay. I mean, it wasn't a terrible reach. Kenny Pickett, I mean, God, there's fire going around. Deontay Johnson thinks Kenny Pickett's winning the starting job. And if that happens, there may be a riot in Cleveland. I mean, honestly, if it's not Sanders or Flacco, holy hell. Seriously. Can you imagine if they cut Shedeur Sanders? Again, I don't see that happening because I think Jimmy Haslam will prevent it from happening because I think he sees dollar signs. He sees monetizing Shedeur. And to a point, he's right. I mean, they're killing it on merchandise sales involving Sanders. So, yeah. I mean, it is a business. When the Cleveland Browns selected Shedeur Sanders in the fifth round of the NFL draft, many thought he would be competing for the team's starting quarterback job, even though the Browns took Dillon Gabriel a couple of rounds earlier. Remember, Cleveland also added veterans Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett during the offseason, creating quite the quarterback battle for the Browns. It's the most interesting story in the league, I think. Well, former Bengals wide receiver TJ Houshmandzadeh, or as you may know him, Who's Your Mama? Anybody remember that? Great commercial back in the day. Has revealed some bad news for Sanders along that front, stating that he was told from someone inside Cleveland's building that Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel are actually the two main signal callers in the competition. What? I mean, that's wild to me. It really is.
I don't know how this is a fair comment because I was told from somebody that's in the building that ain't a player. It's really coming down to Kenny Pickett or Dillon Gabriel. That's what I was told.
Okay. I mean, look, I did see one comment where, and I'm trying to find it because I was looking for reaction. And as you can imagine, yeah, I mean, look, he's getting drugged right here. They need to get a handle on the janitor leaking info to Who's Your Mama. I mean, that it's funny. It is. It seems unusual. All right, this guy says it. Yes, inflate the trade value. We can flip Pickett for a third or a fourth. If a general manager gives a third or fourth for Kenny Pickett, they should be fired. I mean, honestly. Flip them a sixth, maybe. Where did I see the damn comment? I saw somebody say, if you look at it from the standpoint of investment, and the investment being the fact that they gave away something to trade for Kenny Pickett. Okay, that's an investment. I get it. And Dillon Gabriel was a third-round pick, which is look, NFL value-wise, it's a much bigger investment than a fifth-round pick. If you look at it from those two angles, you could kind of see why they want it to be a priority for one of the two to win the starting job, because they've got the most investment in those two. You know? But I again, it came out the other day, Deontay Johnson thought Kenny Pickett was winning the job. And I was just like, you got to be kidding. Unless Stefanski has literally found something in Pickett that some other coordinator was not unable to unlock. Which, look, Kevin Stefanski is, I mean, he's supposed to be a known quarterback guru. All right? Like a Kevin O'Connell, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, one of these guys. Maybe he did unlock something there we don't know about. But I just don't see it. That feels like posturing to try to get trade value, and I don't see Dillon Gabriel having trade value unless he plays in the preseason and looks great. And if he does look great, you're still stuck in a situation, because are you sure you want to trade him if he looks great? If he looks great, you may want to play him. So I don't know. Again, I don't know that I buy that. I think it's hilarious. Multiple people made he needs to quit talking to the janitor in the building comment, which is funny. But, and a lot of people were like, well, why would a former Bengals wide receiver know anything about? Because these guys know guys in every facility across the country. I mean, they're interconnected. It's an incestuous kind of setup in the league because of the coaching trees having tentacles to multiple teams. And this guy was with the Bengals and, in 2010, and this guy was, that's how it works. Plus, he was with multiple teams too. Seattle comes to mind. Even the Raiders, I think. Who's your mama played for? Nonetheless, they all do talk. It is kind of strange in that everything's top secret, but nothing's top secret. It's weird, Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.